That's how you make a fine man. Yes, sir. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Grace Barbecue. I'm Big Ed. Hey, man, today we are creating something that's absolutely delicious, man. This is one of the family's favorite things that I cook, and one of mine, to be honest with you, and that is a Korean barbecue taco inspired by Kogi. Now, I know a lot of you aren't familiar with Kogi if you're not from Los Angeles, but it's one of the main food trucks out in Los Angeles that got this whole food truck craze rolling. And hey, man, with all due respect, these things are absolutely phenomenal. Since then, Chef CHOI has gone on to open restaurants, and he even has his sauce and things like that in Smart and Final and different store shelves. So, hey, I'm going to show you how to hook these things up. Just to let you know, it's going to be a two-zone cook. We're going to start off on our Weber 22. We're going to finish off on our Blackstone. But hey, I'm going to show you how I'm going to hook these things up. Let's get into it. All right, folks, so what you'll need for this, and this is I'm doing a double batch of this, so you can split this recipe in half. But this is 12 green onions, just the green part, not the stems, but you do want to save those stems. This is some kiwi. This is 2 kiwis, so you would need to use 1 if you're doing a smaller batch, and a Japanese pear. And what these 2 fruits do, man, they do 2 things. They have enzymes in them that'll tenderize that Korean short rib, and it gives it an amazing flavor, man. Don't skip this if you can help it. Next we have here, man, 10 cloves of garlic. And moving on to our ingredients here, we have 4 tablespoons of sugar. We have 4 tablespoons of honey, and we also have 4 tablespoons of sesame seed oil. We have 1.5 cup of soy sauce. We also have these amazing looking short ribs. Now, I know, we typically don't like to wash our beef, but these short ribs, you definitely want to wash these because of the way that they're cut, and these bones leave a lot of grit, and you don't want that. These are going to marinate, and you don't want that to get inside your food in your final cook. So absolutely make sure to wash these, definitely make sure to wash these short ribs, and these are absolutely beautiful. As you can look down here and see all of that marbling. This is gonna make an excellent meal, and whoever you make this stuff for, they will be impressed, and I guarantee you, man, you will be the hero of the day. So let's go ahead and get into this cook. We're gonna get this Kalbi marinade put together using these ingredients right here, break out the blender, and get them mixing these things together. At this point, we're gonna go ahead and get this Kalbi sauce put together. We're gonna go down with this 1.5 cups of soy sauce. Next, we'll go down with this honey. Next, we'll have the sugar. We're gonna go down with this sesame seed oil. And then we'll just put everything in here, the green onions, our kiwi, our pears, and last but definitely not least, the garlic. So we're gonna go ahead and get everything blended up. And this thing right here, this the real fruit ninja, boy. But hey, man, look. Soon as you open this up, and you can smell it while it's blending, you know you are in for something special. I guarantee it. So, okay, folks, moving right along. We got this vacuum seal bag here, and I got it folded down so I don't waste anything on the edges of it. And we're gonna go ahead at this point, and we just gonna pour this into here. And we're just gonna kind of squish it around, make sure everybody get nice and happy. All right, guys, so we got this sealed up. We're gonna get this into the refrigerator and let this marinate for about 3 hours. We're gonna come back and move on to the next step. All right, guys, so at this point, we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you how to put this dressing together for this slaw. All right, we got 3 tablespoons of soy sauce and 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar mixed together right here. This is a 1/2 cup of cilantro. These are remember those green onions we cut in the beginning? These are just the bottom parts of those, so we got 10 stalks, 10 bottoms, green onions. We have 4 cloves of minced garlic. We have 4 serrano peppers. And we also have 4 teaspoons of minced ginger, nice and fresh. We got a half line. All right, so I'm adding the soy sauce and the rice wine vinegar. We're gonna go ahead and add this green onion. Go down with the garlic. Next, we got this ginger. And then our serrano peppers. All right. At this point, we're gonna give this a squeeze of fresh lime. It's a nice juicy lime. All right. And we're just gonna mix this together. And I just want to say, man, each step of this recipe, I mean, the smells that come off these things are absolutely, absolutely incredible. All right, so we got this dressing mixed up. This is gonna just sit in the refrigerator, man. We're gonna let all of these flavors infuse and just get nice and happy together. And then once it gets close, right when you're ready to serve up those tacos, is when you want to add your slaw. All right, guys, so let's get to this sauce, man. Option number 1, if you're lucky and blessed enough to have this in your Smart and Final, your Food for Less, your Walmart, this right here is your go-to. This is that Kogi Korean barbecue sauce by CHOI, and it is absolutely no joke. And in the event that you can't find it, I got something right here that we're gonna throw together, and it's gonna be absolutely amazing, right? Hey, we got in here 6 tablespoons of sugar. God damn, that's a whole lot of sugar, Ed. I know, guys, keep in mind that this is a double batch. So, you know, you would use 3 if you're doing a smaller batch. All right, guys, so we got 4 tablespoons of soy sauce, 4 tablespoons of gochujang, and if you can, get this BBQ, man. This is absolutely amazing stuff. We also have 4 teaspoons of sesame oil. We're gonna use the juice of a lime, and we're also gonna use 2 teaspoons of rice vinegar. 6 tablespoons of sugar going down in here. And going with the soy sauce. We're gonna do the sesame oil. We got this rice wine vinegar. And here's where the magic happened, folks. This gochujang sauce. Right in there. And squeeze this lime right in here. All right, we're gonna give this a whisk. And what I like to do after this sauce is done, I like to put it, I don't like to boil it or anything, but I like to get, you know, some hot water, put it in a squeeze bottle. I would just kind of let it warm up. All right, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and pour this sauce. Give it a good shake. All right, guys, so here's the setup for this cook today, man. We are breaking out the 70th anniversary Weber edition, and we'll use this grill just to get these Korean short ribs nice and charred and just nicely seared. After that, we'll go ahead, let them rest just a little bit. We'll cut them up, slice them up, and then we'll bring them over to the Blackstone where we'll finish them off. Hey man, this meat is gonna be full of flavor, twice caramelized, once on that Weber, again on the Blackstone, and we'll hook all of our tortillas and everything else up right here. And this is gonna be a beautiful, beautiful cook. Hey guys, so we got these short ribs here. We're about to throw these on the Weber. And hey man, these short ribs gonna be on here for a good time, not a long time. We're trying to get a little bit of color, a little bit of caramelization, and a little bit of char to them, and we're gonna get them right off, just in a matter of minutes. That's how you make a fine man. Yes, sir. All right, guys, it's been a couple of minutes. Let's flip these bad boys over. Ooh. And that flame trying to attack these doggone short ribs, that's what we want. That's gonna render us that fat, give us that little char like that. All right, guys, that's what we looking like, man. That's what we want right there. It's time to pull these bad boys off and get them rested a little bit and then move on to the next step. All right, guys, so at this point, man, we got these short ribs on this cutting board. We're about to go ahead and show you how to slice these things up. You just cut right along this bone. And I guarantee you that that pear and that kiwi made real quick work getting this stuff nice and tender. You could just push through this. I'm not going to do this on camera. I'm going to do one on camera, right? You want to get in between these bones. Just kind of cut along. Get all that meat out of here. Things like this. You want it all. This is good meat right here, guys. All right, so this is what you kind of want to look like. Just some nice, little bite-sized, absolutely delicious pieces that look like this as I chew on this. But hey, we're about to go ahead and move on to the next step. We already got the Blackstone nice and hot. We're about to show you what we're going to do next. So let's do it. And I'm going to go down with a little olive oil, just a little on this side and a little where I'm going to put more tortillas. And we're going to start cooking our tortillas about the halfway point. Do this real quick cook. And we're going to go ahead, go down with our tortillas over here. I'm going to get a little bit of that oil and flip them one time. Got everything cooking up nice and good over here. This is optional, guys. I got a little sesame seed right here. Sprinkle a little of those on there. And next, we're going to come down with this sauce, this barbecue sauce. It's that double caramelization. Get it right on there. And just let that caramelize. Give our tortillas another flip. And unless your fingers is used to heat, I don't suggest using your hands, but I'm good. All right, guys, this has been about 2 minutes, and you don't need any more time than that. In addition to this, Blackstone, we already cooked them on the grill. If you don't have a Blackstone, please feel free to use that stove top, get a skillet, same process. Let's go ahead and get these things put together. I'm gonna get my tortillas off. It's back on the board. All right, guys, so y'all remember that dressing we made earlier? We got that down in there. So we're gonna go in here with some of this coleslaw mix. You wanna get all this nice and incorporated. And man, the smell. That garlic, those peppers, green onions, ginger. All right, guys, we also gonna add some onto the slaw, some cilantro. All right, guys, so the moment of truth has arrived, and I know what the truth is already. These things is absolute fire, but hey, I'm smiling. Let's go ahead and get these tacos put together. So hey, let's do it. I like to do that tortilla, just put a little, wow, hit it like that. We're gonna take a little bit of our meat, drop it right down on there. That's good. We're gonna come over here, give it one more little, hit it with that sauce one more time. Next, we're about to go ahead and top it with this delicious slaw. And man, the flavors that this stuff has in it is just beyond belief. You got you some Mexican, you got you some Asian. Just go ahead, give this a shot. And this is one of those tacos where I bet you can't just eat one. Go in for another bite. Cheers. This will make your mouth real happy. I'm throwing food in my mouth, but it's okay. All right, guys, man, that recipe right there, I'll BS you not. That's one of LA's finest tacos, man, and that's as close as I can get, and that's pretty damn close. And hey, that's that Kogi taco by Chef Roy Choi, and it ain't as good as his, but it's in the whole bar. I mean, it's way, way up there in the ballpark. So shout out to Kogi Barbecue, shout out to Chef Roy Choi. Get yourself some of that Kogi barbecue sauce. So hey, man, this is Big Ed of Grace Barbecue saying peace, love, and God bless. That's how you make a fine man. Yes, sir.